An elephant's skull and a swallow rested on a cabinet of moths, all specimens of natural history that didn't have a place in the museum downstairs. The bird was particularly beautiful, 3 inches tall, with an ochre neck tapering down into forked blue wings. It had glossy black eyes that Cathy could have sworn just blinked at her. A few corridors over, a gallery the size of a tennis court contained thousands more stuffed birds, so if this one was magically twitching back to life, perhaps the matronly pelicans were also preening, the flamingos stretching their legs, the penguins sneezing, and the 200 hummingbirds rustling their feathers, ready to seek revenge for the decades in which they'd been prodded and observed. Cathy smiled at the thought and then caught her breath when the swallow chirped twice, its feathered throat vibrating. It was not a specimen, after all. It looped down from the shelf and sailed past a cabinet of dragonflies to land on a pile of science journals. Cathy was not easily spooked. She would walk first into fairground-haunted houses and swear on people's lives without blinking. Yet, as the swallow looked for an escape route, her hands were shaking. Trapped birds, her mother would say, were a warning. "He likes you," Tom said from the doorway. She didn't immediately turn towards him, instead reaching over a desk to open the window for the swallow. A low hum of jazz music and laughter lifted up from a party in the museum's public galleries 2 floors below. "He's not in a position to be choosy," she said. Her face was still tilted away from Tom as he stepped into the room. The bird remained poised and stared directly at Cathy from its shelf. Tom adjusted his glasses and did the same. She looked new but familiar in her green silk evening dress, as if she'd discarded a layer of herself and climbed out raw. Her hands were shaking, and when she eventually shifted her face in Tom's direction, she revealed a bruise forming on her eye and a little blood on her mouth. The swallow darted off across the room again, making them both flinch, still not heading for the window, but soaring down from the table to a cabinet full of monarch butterflies, where it shat a pool of white that dribbled down the glass. The creature flapped its wings while treading air, its body curled into the shape of a comma. Cathy's skin had a feverish sheen to it. She licked a droplet of blood off her top lip with her tongue. "Are you going to tell me what happened to you tonight?" said Tom. "I've missed you."